Education has become so important. Knowledge, ilmun nafi', relevant knowledge is so important to the younger generation. Growing up in a world of contradictions and confusion. And the young people today who are coming into this world, who see Muslims in large numbers, who go to Mecca, who look at the Hajj, they can see it now on television. They see Muslims building large buildings, Burj Al Khalifa, largest building in the world. They see Muslims with the largest airports, some of the richest people. They go to the capitals and they see streets lined with gold. But at the same time, they will go to another part of the Muslim world and they will see poverty. They will see Muslims suffering under the gun. They will look at the situation in Gaza and they will see Muslims surrounded. And the world is not moving. It's a contradiction. And how to come to balance in the face of this contradiction, this is a great challenge for the younger generation, those who are coming into leadership. And so it is critical for us to try to analyze what is going on, to turn to our sources, to hold on to the rope of Allah Azza wa Jal when we are in this change that we are going through, and to never forget that for the true Muslim, it is a win-win situation. Either we win in this life or we win in the hereafter. And I want to reflect upon this, especially that we are trying to seek ideas of contentment in this world and in the hereafter. That in Surah to Yunus, in verse 62 and 63, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Ala inna awliya Allah la khawfun alayhim wa la hum yahzanun, alladhina amanu wa kanu yattaqun, lahum al-bushra fil hayatid dunya wa fil akhirah, la tabdila li kalimatillah, dhalika huwa al-fawz al-azim. Behold, verily, on the friends of Allah, there is nothing to fear, nor shall they grieve. They are those who believe and constantly guard against evil. For them are glad tidings in the life of this world and in the hereafter. There is no changing the words of Allah, for this is the great success. And so this divine revelation in the Arabic language gives us a key formula for success in this world and in the hereafter. Inna awliya Allah la khawfun alayhim wa la hum yahzanun. And the scholars have shown us that this means there is nothing, la khawfun alayhim. They have nothing to fear in this world presently, and they have nothing to fear in the future. Wa la hum yahzanun. And they have nothing to be sad about, nothing to grieve about for what has gone before. And so this formula that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to us, showing us that this is a bushra. It is a bushra because in it, it is showing us that to be from the awliya of Allah, to be a person who is a friend of Allah, who is protected by Allah, who is given a special nourishment from the Creator, it is something that all of us can do. It is not a secret society. It is not something passed on by the blood. Allah said, Alladhina amanu wa kanu yattaqun. Those who believe and they have taqwa, al-khawf wal-raja, that they fear Allah Azza wa Jal, that they hope in the mercy of Allah subhanahu. They surround themselves with the consciousness of Allah. And so they practice Islam not only in the masjid, outside of the masjid, not only around Muslim leaders and friends, but they practice their Islam even around non-Muslims. They practice their deen not only in Islamic programs, but when they are at work, when they are at school, when they are at the seaside, when they are in the mountain, anywhere they are, they realize that there is one who has divine knowledge. There is one who is closer to us than our jugular vein. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows all that we do in the secret and in the open. And so with this consciousness of the Creator, they have nothing to be afraid of. And they have nothing to be sad about that they suffered. Yes, we went through oppression. We lost the Khilafat in Turkey. We do not have a Khalifa. We lost power in this world. We lost our palaces. We had the beautiful Andalusia. We had Cordoba and Granada. We had Baghdad, which was the most beautiful city on earth, with millions of books. But we have nothing to be sad about, because all power and all authority rests with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if we accept this, if we say قَدَّرَ اللَّهُ وَمَا شَاءَ فَعَلَ, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He willed what will happen to this ummah, and whatever He wants, it will come to pass. And there is a reason for the pain. There is a reason for suffering. And when you are suffering and when you are in pain, then you remember your Lord. And so there is a reason for the pain, there is a reason for the suffering, and there is a reason for everything that we are going through. Brothers and sisters, this world that we are living in today, to try to understand what is happening, to try to make the connection with Allah, has become extremely difficult. And it needs for us to be highly intelligent. We need to go back to the Prophet ﷺ to give us keys to unlock the secrets of what is going on today. The Prophet ﷺ did not speak from himself. He spoke from above 7 heavens. We live in a world today where people have the ability to make pictures, to make fantasies. They make something look real that is not real. They will take something false, make it real. Or they will take something real and they make it false. So something that is happening on the ground, they will twist it around, turn it, that you cannot even believe what is going on to you at the place where you are. And the Prophet ﷺ said, authentic hadith reported in Al-Jami al-Saghir of Imam al-Suyuti, يَكُونُ فِي آخِرِ الزَّمَانِ دَجَّالُونَ كَذَّابُونَ يَأْتُونَكُمْ فِي الْأَحَادِيثِ بِمَا لَمْ تَسْمَعُوا أَنْتُمْ وَلَا آبَاؤُكُمْ فَإِيَّاكُمْ وَإِيَّاهُمْ لَا يُضِلُّونَكُمْ وَلَا يُفْتِنُونَكُمْ. The Prophet ﷺ said, there will come near the end of time Dajjalun Kadhabun, great liars, to the point of being like false prophets, antichrists. They will come near the end of time. And they will come to you with a type of speech that neither you nor your parents have ever heard of before. Look at this wisdom that the Prophet ﷺ is saying. He said there was great liars who would come near the end of time, and they will come with a type of speech that neither you nor your parents have ever heard of before. Beware of them. Beware that they take you astray, and beware that they put you into a fitna, a trial, a temptation. And Saddaqa Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, it has come to pass. Digital technology, where they can take images now and they can put words in the mouth of a person that he didn't even say. That this technology has changed, and they say it is changing so rapidly that by the month it is changing now. And so this is a new period of time. They will come to us with a type of speech that none of us have ever heard of before. Beware of them, that they take you off the path. And beware that they put you into a trial, into a temptation, into a fitna. And so this requires on our part a high amount of intelligence. This requires on our part to be able to go back to our sources, to bring us to the straight path and to keep us out of the path of evil. Because evil today has become a business. And in many cases, the new stars, the new idols that are coming out of the movies, many of them now are gangsters and bandits. Criminals are the heroes for many of the younger generation. Evil has been made to seem like an enjoyable thing. And a person who wants to tell the truth, who wants to live modestly, who wants to judge people not based on their color, who wants to live without interest and usury, that person feels strange. That person feels like they are an outsider in the world. And so it is crucial for us to make a connection with those things that are actually happening around us. And it requires for us to have a high amount of intelligence. In order to get this satisfaction in this world and in the hereafter, we need to have intelligence. The Prophet ﷺ gave us direction in this. And he told us in an authentic hadith, Al-Kayyis man dana nafsa wa amila lima ba'da al-maut wal ahmaq man atba'a nafsahu hawa wa tamanna ala Allah al-amani. Prophet ﷺ said, Al-Kayyis, the intelligent person, is the one who controls himself. He controls himself and he works for the next life. And the ahmaq, the fool, the idiot, is the one who lets himself go, does anything in this world, and then he hopes Allah will forgive him in the end. And so they give the shirts for the younger generation and the Nike Air shirts, and you turn the back and it said, just do it. Just do it. What does that mean? Just do it. Do anything. This is the ahmaq. He lets himself, his hawa go. He does anything, and then at the end he thinks, I'll make istighfar, or that God will forgive me, I am a good person. And he lets himself go. This has been described by the Prophet ﷺ as a fool. Al-Kayyis man dana nafsa wa amila lima ba'da al-maut. The intelligent person is the one who controls himself in this world. He controls his desires. Because look at the life of this world. How long do we actually live in this world? How many years? The Prophet ﷺ basically said 63 years old he lived, and he said in the 60s, this is basically the lifespan of the Muslims in this ummah. If you live over 63, you're on borrowed time. This is the lifespan of this ummah. But let's give the person 100 years. Measure the life of this world to the hereafter. And those who are studying math can try to do the math for me. You have 100 here, and then in the hereafter you have eternal life. 100 years and eternal life. Measure the two. Divide eternal life by 100 years. What is your answer? Zero. 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 وَمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا إِلَّا مَتَاعُ الْغُرُورِ. The life of this world is nothing but deception. It is a deception. And if the person lived to be 60 years old, how much time did he actually have in this life? Most of us, if we sleep 8 hours per night, okay, that's an average, there's 24 hours in the day. That means 1/3 of your day you were sleeping. If you take it to your life, if you live to be 60 years old, that means 20 years you were sleeping. Think about that. 20 years of your life, you're sleeping. Only 40 years you're awake. This is mata' al-ghurur. This is a deception. It's an illusion. So al-kayyis, the intelligent person, is the one who works for the next life. He controls himself in this world. He provides for himself. She lives her life out, educates herself. But she realizes there is another life. Because when Allah describes the next world he speaks about it saying, Khalidina fiha abadan. They will live in the next world forever. Forever. That is the intelligent person.